These are your four fastest qualifiers in the sportsman division. They'll race 4 laps. On the pole in car number 70, Joe Hill from Germantown, Ohio, and alongside from Columbus, Donnie Renner in car number 12. He is the 3rd fast qualifier. Second fast qualifier starts on the inside of row number 2. That's John Strobel in 55. And from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Charlie Dunshee, your fast qualifier in car number 30. Again, your 4 fastest qualifiers, they'll go at it for 4 laps. Joe Hill in 70, Renner in number 12. Hill with an advantage in car number 70. They'll be halfway this time by. Joe Hill now pulls out a bit of an advantage over John Strobel and Donnie Renner. It'll be close for second spot, but not for the win. It'll be Joe Hill in car 70. Oh, it's only the white flag. I wasn't watching. It's still going to be Joe. Well, I better not say too soon. And it'll still be close for second. There we go. The winner is Joe Hill. I wanted to cut it a lap short there for some reason. Second went to John Strobel. Third was Donnie Renner. And fourth, Charlie Dunshee in car number 30. This race, Willie Bigham in 65, Ron Holbein, Steve Scott in 0 Hill, Russ Bobb and Charlie Osborne, Mike Brown and Bob Justice. 8 laps, the limited sportsman first heat race. Again, Willie Bigham in 65, Ron Holbein edges ahead in turn number 2. They'll complete lap number 1 this time by. Ron Holbein the leader. Now 0 Hill is second. Hill challenges Holbein on the outside. Willie Bigham sideways on the backstretch. He gets a handle back on that 65 car. And now it's 0 Hill out front. Holbein is second, but Charlie Osborne trying to make a pass on the outside. Bob Justice has retired on the backstretch. They'll be halfway this time by your starter. Osborne is second. Brown and Charlie Osborne trying to close on 0. White flag this time. Zero Hill leads the Osborne and Brown down the backstretch. Checkered flag, it'll be 0 Hill. Second was a close race. We'll wait on an official decision on second. Charlie Osborne finishes second. Mike Brown third. We have a message. Jack Mangus to gate B, please. Jack Mangus to gate B. On the pole in car 31 is Dennis Kelly from Ridgeway, Ohio, and alongside from Columbus, Rick Stone. Second row in car 71 is Larry Peterson, and flanking him from Powell, Ohio, Mike Rush. The third row in car number 73 is Randy Sword, and outside of him in car number 1, Mike Carroll. Then comes car 11, Dick Dunleavy Jr., and car number 91, Scott Drake, and on the tail in car number 10, Robin Pendleton. 8 racing laps. This is the second heat race in the limited sportsman division. Laps to go for the limited sportsman second heat race. Dennis Kelly will lead lap number 1. Rick Stone is second. Peterson tries to edge inside of Stone down the backstretch. Peterson in 71. It's Larry Peterson, or they got Dennis Kelly, then Larry Peterson, and third is Rick Stone. Mike Rush trying to make a move on the outside of Sword, but he can't make it happen. Halfway, 4 laps are completed. And now, Mike Rush in 98 with a spin over in turn number 2. Kelly, Larry Peterson second in 71. 4 laps are down. Sword now tries the outside of Rick Stone, racing for that third spot. And we got a yellow, a breakout situation. This time Dennis Kelly running too far under his qualifying time. These guys only allowed to run a certain amount of time underneath their qualification run. And if they run more than that, they go to the back of the race and we restart it and go back racing. So Dennis Kelly in car 31. Again, we do this to try to keep these guys honest in their qualification attempts. We'll get a start the next time by. Two laps remaining in this 8-lap heat race. Tracy Sales to the Speedway office, please. At the base of the tower, Tracy Sales to the Speedway office. In 71, Larry Peterson. Second goes to Rick Stone, and finishing third, Randy Sword. Peterson, the winner. This car sponsored by VB&L Construction and RPM Motor Cars. Drew for the inversion for the 75-lap race tomorrow. They have a chance, an opportunity to draw an 8, a 10, a 12, or a 14, and Bill Cantley drew a 14, so that means he will start 14th in the feature, the 75-lap feature tomorrow afternoon. Four cars, 4 laps, Vallow, Dunleavy, Rush, and Cantley. Complete. John Vallow, your leader. Lonnie Rush is second. Rush holding close to Vallow. They'll get a white flag this time. Vallow is down the backstretch. Lonnie Rush second, Bill Cantley third. And the winner will be John Vallow in 21. Lonnie Rush is second, Bill Cantley third, and Dick Dunleavy fourth. Right in car number 16, Mike Denny. Then comes Dennis Bargo in car number 6, and car number 12, Denny Dean. Get a white flag this time. Well, maybe we won't get a start the next time. Apparently Paul Sheffer thought we were going to start that time. Okay, Paul Sheffer, Ray Frucci, Randy Maynard, Mike Denny, Dennis Bargo, and Denny Dean. Sheffer from Loveland, Ohio, the leader. Randy Maynard trying to fend off Ray Frucci for that second spot. Dennis Bargo in 6. A little squirrely coming off the second corner. By the way, these guys racing 10 laps. 2 down, 8 to go. Still Paul Sheffer, Randy Maynard, Mike Denny, Denny Dean, and Dennis Bargo. Cross flag signifying halfway will greet the drivers this time around. Flag as Paul Sheffer has now broke out. These drivers allowed to run 0.15 of a second faster than their qualifying time, and apparently Sheffer has run more than that under his qualification attempt. And get back underway the next time by. 5 laps are completed. The new leader is Randy Mayer Jr. And again, these drivers are only allowed to run so much faster than their qualification attempt. Randy Maynard Jr., Mike Denny. Now Mike Denny underneath Maynard on the backstretch. And Mike Denny, the new leader. Randy Maynard Jr. with a problem in 39. Mike Denny, the new leader. White flag for Mike Denny. Denny Dean is second. Dennis Bargo up to third. And the winner will will be Mike Denny in car 16. Third row in car number 36 is Randy Van Zandt, and flanking him in the yellow 33, Dan Eves. And finally on the tail in car number 3, Don Gregory Jr. Laps. The leader is Ken Sword. Second is Bob Fye. Now Scott Drake pulls underneath Fye through turns 1 and 2. Scott Drake is now second. Drake sideways entering turn 1. Van Zandt tries to make it underneath for that second spot, but he can't make it stick. Still the leader is Ken Sword. Randy Van Zandt runs second. Carlton Smith is fourth. Don Gregory Jr. is fifth. Ken Sword stretches it out over Randy Van Zandt and Scott Drake. The halfway signal this time by. Carlton Smith will try to challenge Scott Drake on the outside for that third position. Van Zandt beginning to reel in Ken Sword. Flag will be displayed the next time around. Good race for that third spot. The winner will be Ken Sword. Second goes to Randy Van Zandt. Third by a wheel goes to Scott Drake, and finishing fourth, Carlton Smith. Driving 52 this evening. The third row in car number 81 is Don Wetnall, and outside in car number 94, Robbie Dean. And finally on the tail, car number 1, Terry Humphrey. Johnson used to racing on that dirt. He wanted to get it sideways coming off that late model heat race for the Fall Speedfest, sponsored by Chesrown Oldsmobile. Blackford in 55 from the outside front row. Takes over the lead on the first lap, but here comes the big bird, Robbie Dean, in a hurry. Robbie Dean with some kind of pass of Bussy Blackford. Dean the leader, and he starts to pull away. Blackford now second. And Terry Humphrey up from back in the pack. Humphrey now moving his way around Blackford. Working lap number 4 as Robbie Dean leads Terry Humphrey and Bussy Blackford. Mike Ward is now fourth. Flag for Robbie Dean. The big bird, the winner, car number 94, Robbie Dean. Second, Terry Humphrey. Third goes to Bussy Blackford. Fourth is Ron Otto Jr. And fifth, Pat Jones. For the Pro 4 Trophy Dash. Your fastest 4 qualifiers, they'll race 4 laps. inside, still hanging on to second, is Kim Young. White flag for Eddie Flora. That's not Eddie Flora, that's Jay Crawford. What am I thinking? Sorry about that. Jay Crawford in 85 is the leader. Second is Rick Mannion, and your leader, or your winner I should say, Jay Crawford in 85. My apologies, I got the names mixed up there. Second goes to car number 7, Rick Mannion. Third is Kim Young, and finishing fourth is Eddie Flora. I finally got it figured out. To go. Jim Crabtree in 63. Second in 86 is Donnie Miller. It's Jim Crabtree, Donnie Miller. Pat Turner is third. Car number 2, Keith Peterson is fourth. Tim Anderson is third in car number 11. Halfway. And a yellow is car 2, Keith Peterson, on the racing surface along the backstretch. Complete, 5 remain. Tim Anderson moves past Pat Turner to take over third place. Still Jim Crabtree the leader. Halfway, 4 laps are down. Now Anderson goes to the outside. Crabtree the leader, Donnie Miller and Tim Anderson go at it for that second spot. White flag the next time by as Tim Anderson moves up to challenge Crabtree for the lead. 1 lap to go. Now Anderson is the leader. Crabtree second. And your winner will be Tim Anderson in car number 11. Second goes to Jim Crabtree Jr. Third, Donnie Miller. And fourth, Pat Turner. Outside in car number 4. Make that outside in car number 1. If we can get them lined up right. Is Dean South. Then comes car 4. Joe Negro. Car number 19. Ken Ralston. And last, car 27 is Rex Whitaker. Off the track on the backstretch is Eugene Crace. The leader in car 42 is Bill Haynes. Is second, but Bill Haynes still your leader. 3 laps down this time by. Now Dean South moves around. Bill Haynes for the lead. Joe Negro is up to third. Way out front. White flag this time by. Joe Negro is second. In third in car number 19 is Ken Ralston. And the winner, Dean South in car number 1. Second was Joe Negro, and third, Ken Ralston. For the first heat race. Make that the trophy dash in the street stock division. Dan Brown on the pole, 4th fast time. 3rd fast qualifier, Bill Wellman outside of row number 1. 2nd fast time, Heavy Hill will start inside of row number 2. And your fast qualifier and setting another new track record this evening, Jim Cruz starts 4th. leader. Halfway this time by. Running second is Heavy Hill. Third is Jim Cruz. Jim Cruz to the outside of Heavy Hill, and the winner will be Dan Brown. Second goes to Jim Cruz. Third is Heavy Hill, and fourth Bill Wellman, but Dan Brown the winner in car number 2. Is Clyde Trowbridge in 69 and Rick Roderwall in car number 11. Herb Pennington is next in car number 89, and alongside in car number 1, Daryl Dexter. And finally on the tail, it's Don Parsons the second. Racing laps. Randall Borman and Ron Mangus lead them around. And a red flag as Clyde Trowbridge is missing a wheel. Come on, Randall. Bring them on around here. Randall Borman, Ron Mangus, Herb Pennington, Daryl Dexter, and Don Parsons the second. Ron Mangus, the leader. Herb Pennington off the pace in 89. Randall Borman is second. Now Daryl Dexter moves around Randall Borman for that second position. 8 racing laps this race. Dexter to the outside of the 39 car driven by Ron Mangus. They'll complete 3 laps this time by round. Now Daryl Dexter, the new leader. Mangus is second. Randall Borman third. For Daryl Dexter in car number 1. Ron Mangus is second. Randall Borman third. And the winner, Daryl Dexter. Second will be Ron Mangus. Third, Randall Borman. And fourth, Donald Parsons the second. Okay, the lineup for the street stock second heat race. On the pole is Fred Hartzell and alongside Buddy Townsend in 04. The second row, car number 17 is Dean Stuckey, and car 33, Jim McCauley. The third row, Mike Schweier drives 43, and 21 is driven by Fred Parsons. And finally, car 77, Don Townsend Jr., and car 63, Craig Osborne. Townsend out front in 04. Fred Hartzell is second. Jim McCauley third. And Dean Stuckey with a spin in car number 17 as Craig Osborne is off the track on the front stretch. Jim McCauley and Fred Hartzell going at it for the second spot. Halfway. Buddy Townsend up into the gray stuff coming off the second corner. He loses a little bit of time. Jim McCauley is now second. In the leader, the white flag this time. Now Fred Parsons moves up to second. Fred Parsons closes on the leader, Buddy Townsend. Townsend high on the backstretch. Parsons goes to the inside. They'll race through 3 and 4. The winner, Fred Parsons. Second goes to Buddy Townsend. So Fred McAllister and Paul Baker Jr. Then come Dave Dysinger in 27, and alongside in 12, Don Parsons. And finally, Mike Van Zant in, I think is it 86? And alongside in car 22, Donald Parsons III. Hamilton in 24, the leader. Butch McAllister is second in car number 3. Bruce Holmes is third. He'll be halfway this time. Bruce Holmes with a wheel on the inside of Butch McAllister, halfway. Dave Dysinger trying to make a move on the outside. Holmes in car 16 spins. Mike Hamilton is the leader. Mike Van Zandt is disqualified. White flag for Mike Hamilton. Dave Dysinger on the outside. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Hamilton. Butch McAllister was second, and Dave Dysinger third. Is Brian Freeze. The second row in car 17, Bob Cumbo, and alongside in car number 6, Robin Slaughter. Then comes car number 95, that's Mike Smith, and car number 0, Tony Tanarelli. And finally in car number 8 is Joyce Slaughter, and car number 12, Robbie Pyle. 10 laps for the Pro 4 first heat race. In 28. Brian Freeze, and we've got a yellow flag. He's in 28. Second is Bob Cumbo. Third is Larry Smith, followed by Tony Tanarelli. Robin Slaughter, Robbie Pyle doing a good job, first time ever in a race car in car number 12. 1 lap down, 9 remain. Complete. Brian Freeze still the leader. Second is Tony Tannerelli. Third is Larry Smith. Seven laps complete this time. And Tony Tannerelli challenging for the lead through turns 3 and 4. And Tannerelli, the new leader. Second now is Brian Freeze. Third, Larry Smith, and fourth, Robbie Pyle. White flag for Tony Tannerelli. The winner of heat race number 1, Tony Tannerelli. Make that car 70, Carol Hargis, and alongside in 45, Amos Goodman. The second row is Wayne Schmidt in car number 4, and Jeff Sheets in 11. In the third row, car 91 is Billy Graham, and alongside in car number 9, Chad Butcher. Car 87 is next, that's Lenny Waldo, and car number 2, Vic Tannerelli, and on the tail, car number 13, Jody Guerra. Sheets the leader. Jody Guerra moving on the outside. He'll overtake Sheets in a heartbeat. And now Jody Guerra the leader. Jeff Sheets second. Wayne Schmidt is third. But here comes Lenny Waldo. And Lenny Waldo is now second. Third is Sheets. Fourth, Tannerelli. Second is Lenny Waldo. Third now Vic Tannerelli. Fourth Jeff Sheets. And fifth Wayne Schmidt. flag for Jody Guerra. Now second, Lenny Waldo, and third, Vic Danarelli. And a winner of heat race number 2, Jody Guerra. Second goes to Waldo. Finishing third, Vic Danarelli, followed by Wayne Schmidt, Jeff Sheets, and Amos Goodman. For the third and final heat race in the Pro 4. This is the final event of the evening. Don't forget, racing begins at, or the gates open at noon. Racing begins at 2 o'clock. Let's see, I better be quick about it. I'm already late. We have Ken Ralston in 32. 74 is Jim Kearley. 75, Eddie Adams. 76 is Bobby Marvin. Then comes Jack Weethy in 55. 40 is Larry Smith. And car number 1, Jerry Young. 14 is Tim Critchell. So the leader is car 32, Ken Ralston. The leader. Eddie Adams is second. Car 75, Eddie Adams with a spin. And we've got a yellow flag as Ken Ralston also spins on the backstretch. Are completed. Bobby Marvin in 76, the leader. Jack Weethy in 55 is second. And Larry Smith in 40 is third. Jack Weethy with the pass for the lead. But here comes Bobby Marvin challenging back again. Halfway, that time by. 5 laps are now complete. Larry Smith third. Car number 1, Jerry Young is fourth. Wethy. And the winner in car number 55, Jack Wethy. Second is Bobby Marvin. Third, Larry Smith, followed by Jerry Young. Thanks for coming out, folks. Don't forget, tomorrow the gates open at noon. Hot laps at 1 o'clock. Racing begins at 2 p.m. We'll have 2 or 3 last chance races, depending on how many cars come back tomorrow. So we'll run the last chance races first. And then we'll start in with the 5 feature events. Laps for this last chance event. Only the first 6 finishers to the main. Once again, this weekend's event sponsored by Ches Round Oldsmobile, Ohio's largest Olds dealer. So special thanks to Ches Round Oldsmobile for their help and participation here at Columbus Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Winston Racing Series. Wayne Schmidt on the pole, leads him around. Your leader. In second place is Jim Kearley. Third, Joyce Slaughter. Now have 4 laps under their belt this time around. The halfway signal for Wayne Schmidt in car number 4. Still Kearley is second, Slaughter third. Rick Haynes in fourth. Joyce Slaughter for that third spot, and Rick Haynes now runs third. White flag for Wayne Schmidt. Kearley is still second, Haynes third, Slaughter fourth. And the winner of the ARCA Pro 4 last chance race, Wayne Schmidt. Jim Kearley finishes second. Third goes to Rick Haynes. Fourth, Joyce Slaughter. Fifth is Ken Ralston. And your final transfer car, Carol Hargis in car 70.